Truth bomb. If you have an LLC, you need to let it go now. Okay. LLCs are absolutely the worst possible business structure that you or I could ever have. The reason being, and I'll explain, it's not just an LLC. First of all, when you go to the government and you're asking the government to register your business, you're actually asking the government for permission to have a business, number one, that the government has control of. So when you register for an LLC, when you register for a corporation, when you register for a partnership, whatever it is, anything that you register, the word register means you're asking them for permission. And so what happens is they create the entity on your behalf and they claim that you are the owner, but technically you're only a partial owner because now the government is automatically a partner in your business. Automatically, they become a partner in your business, and therefore you owe them something as a silent partner. Here's the challenge. With an LLC, that's supposed to be called a limited liability corporation or a limited liability company, depending on who you talk to. But what happens is that limited liability is actually on the government, not necessarily you, especially if it's a single member LLC, because single member LLCs are treated as if you are the person. It's almost treated like if you have just a sole proprietorship and you have no protection. And I only know this because I had some issues with an LLC, my wife and I had, and someone came after us personally, and the LLC offered no protections. So what happens is the person that's protected, that has the limited liability, is actually the government, because in that instance, the government is never named in the lawsuit. They're never known to be the actual business partner. So what happens is you end up having to pay taxes on the profit or the income that's coming into the LLC on top of the taxes that you have to pay in your income taxes. Or if you have employees, you have to pay employment tax, things like, or self-employment tax. It's all of these taxes because the government is your partner, and they're only your partner because you asked them for permission to open up a business. But here's the thing. So first of all, my name is Bishop Wayne Jr. I am a bishop in the Lord's church. I'm a Christian first, but I also preach trusts. I preach and teach people how to establish a private, irrevocable ecclesiastical trust. And there's many other things that this trust actually has in as far as its structure. But number one, you don't have to ask the government for permission. So you're not asking the government for permission, okay? Number two, the government is now no longer your partner in your business. In fact, the government has nothing to do with your business. And the way we structure these trusts, there's multiple layers to it and levels to it, but the way we structure them, we ensure that the government is completely out of the picture, right? And in fact, according to the IRS code, remember one of my previous videos, I told you, the IRS is your friend. In the IRS code, the way we structure these trusts, the IRS says there is no filing requirement and there is no reporting requirement. So you don't have to report how much money is coming in. You don't have to file any paperwork. Okay, and we do that because it exists under 508C1A, section 508C1A of the IRS code. Now, again, there's a lot of people out there talking about trusts. There's a whole lot of people out there lying to folks saying you need to set up your trust and this is go here online and click here. No, don't do it. Don't do that. You're going to set yourself up for failure. Our trust is actually copywritten, okay? So everybody can't use it. You can't go and just copy it and plug it in somewhere or give it away to people because we actually have a record. We have a way to track how these trusts are used. But what happens is when you set up this trust properly, you can actually shield yourself from having the government automatically and mandatorily be your partner, as well as being able to provide yourself a means of protection. Because when it comes to litigation, if everything is in these trusts and owned by these trusts, including your bank accounts, your car, house, whatever the case may be, if there is ever a lawsuit, you don't own anything. And that's why Nelson Rockefeller said the key to success is to own nothing, but to control everything. Well, we have a very, very specific way of setting up these trusts to make sure that you are removed from all liability, not limited liability, zero liability, no liability to you by plugging into this trust and this system. And so what I've done is I've actually shot a masterclass. It's going to teach you exactly how you can, access these things. I'll give a whole bunch of information, and there's a lot of truth bomb dropping in the masterclass, but I want you to go check it out, and it's absolutely free, okay? And when you register for this masterclass, you're actually going to get a copy of our book for free as well. And with that book and the masterclass, you'll know exactly what you need to do and how you can structure your trust, so that way you don't have to worry about going to the government and asking them for permission or anything like that, okay? So God bless you guys. I absolutely love you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. God bless.